soul of our constituency. I want to hear your ideas, your challenges, your concerns, and your dreams for our home. I am committed to understanding the needs of our community, to develop policies and initiatives that truly reflect your aspirations. Together, my people of Soufrière, we will build a new vision for a revitalized Soufrière Fossé Jacques, where we do all that is possible to reduce the burdensome cost of living. A Soufrière, brothers and sisters, that promotes sustainable development. A Soufrière that, brothers and sisters, will prioritize information technology and computer science. A Soufrière that prioritizes job creation. A Soufrière that engenders entrepreneurship. A Soufrière that provides first-class healthcare. A Soufrière, brothers and sisters, that prioritizes the safety and security of our residents and visitors. A Soufrière that enhances education. A Soufrière that opens up new opportunities in sustainable tourism development. A Soufrière that advances youth and sports development. A Soufrière that supports and promotes creative arts. A Soufrière that boosts local businesses. A Soufrière that supports our farmers and fisher folk. A Soufrière that boasts climate resilient infrastructure. A Soufrière, brothers and sisters, that will advocate for community development and social assistance to our most vulnerable in society. And brothers and sisters, a Soufrière that protects our beautiful environment. We will work hand in hand to ensure that our youth have access to quality education and opportunities for growth. Brothers and sisters, we must and we will cultivate an environment where families can thrive and where the voices of our elders are respected and valued. I envision, brothers and sisters of Soufrière, a community where every child knows they have a bright future ahead of them, and where every citizen feels included in the decision-making processes that affect their lives. Together, we will ensure that no one is left behind. We will bring back a sense of belonging and pride in our community. As your candidate, I am ready to put in the work. I have done it before and will do it again. Brothers and sisters, I am ready to take on the responsibility that comes with this honor and privilege. I will be tireless in my pursuit of justice, equity, good governance, and progress for every resident of Soufrière Fossé Jacques. Brothers and sisters, the United Workers' Party is ready to govern this country under the esteemed leadership of our political leader, the Honorable Alan Michael Castries. We are ready to put in place sound socio-economic policies and initiatives to reduce this unprecedented cost of living crisis which every St. Lucian is faced with today under this Labour Party administration. We are ready to ensure that you, the people, receive world-class, quality, and affordable health care. Because the United Workers' Party, brothers and sisters, believes that health care is a human right which must be afforded to every St. Lucian. Brothers and sisters, we are ready to ensure that our streets, our neighborhoods, our communities and country are safe and secured again. We are going to be relentless in fighting crime and bring much needed justice to the many families who are waiting for closure for their loved ones, brothers and sisters. We promise to be tough on crime. We promise to go after the criminals and bring peace and justice to you, the people of St. Lucia. The UWP, brothers and sisters, is ready to restore and rebuild our crumbling infrastructure in this country. Our road networks, our bridges, our culverts, our drains, our public buildings will never again be so neglected and become a financial burden on the vehicles and properties of our people, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, Flambeau family, St. Lucia, there is so much to be done to bring back the pride, the joy, and the dignity in Fair Helen. But I am confident that you, the people, will give us the mandate to get the job done when the bell rings again. You, the people, will rescue and save St. Lucia from this incompetent, clueless, and corrupt government and place the governance of our country in the capable hands of the men and women of the United Workers' Party led by Alan Michael Chasney. In closing, brothers and sisters, I want to remind you again that this campaign is not just about me. It is a campaign for all of us. Together, as united members of the United Workers' Party, we can achieve anything. Together, we will bring the success we desire for our constituencies and country. Let's work, brothers and sisters, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, to ensure that Soufrière Fonsejac and St. Lucia becomes a beacon of hope and prosperity once again. Let us rally together, tap into our shared vision, and demonstrate the strength of our unity. Thank you once again for your trust and confidence in me, United Workers' Party and Soufrière. Together, we shall win the hearts of our people, and we will win the Soufrière Fonsejac seat for the United Workers' Party. Together, brothers and sisters, let's create a brighter future for Soufrière Fonsejac. One of us for all of us. God bless you all, and God bless the United Workers' Party. Good night.
I am going to call one by one the generals that have been announced. Now there's a secret I want to share with you. Massa Disafo, you have been such great soldiers that I feel presenting 5 generals to you is not enough. You know what? I negotiated on your behalf, and we are going to get 2 more generals tonight. But you have to be patient. You have to be patient. I wasn't supposed to tell you that. I tell you too much already. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard a worker who will ensure that everybody get work. No discrimination in this country. And if they give you anything in this country, as a government, to you, a tax-paying citizen of this country, and they want to take it and play partisan politics with you, you know that all they are concerned about is politics and not you. And when they say protect the victory, What they mean is they want to protect the power that they have and the seats that they have and the salary that they get in. They're not protecting you. Criminals are running amok. Gangsters are killing people in their homes. They're not protecting you. The economy of St. Lucia is being enjoyed by foreigners. They're not protecting you. Vendors in this city are being run down by the representative of this constituency. They're not protecting you. So, ladies and gentlemen, for your protection, for the progress of your country, and for the future of your children, I want to ask again, are you ready to do battle with the United Workers' Party? Are you ready to do battle with the United Workers' Party? So why have you put down your arms? If you're ready for battle, show me your arms. Jump high, jump low, labor must go. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring you another general. And the people of that area, that constituency, tell me they begin to flex themselves already. Because they know he coming back to Parliament where he belongs because they want proper representation under the right leadership. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you a sitting parliamentarian of the United Workers' Party, Jean Soisey. No, pas going to introduce Bradley. Jean Soisey. Jean Flambeau. One of the generals that will be going back to the House to represent you and bring back progress and development to Swazelle and St. Lucia. Help me welcome to this podium the Honorable Bradley Felix.
Shotman, the song I asked you for. I have a special request tonight. DJ Shotman, please come with the song that I asked you for. Come again!
Anything you can do, I can do it better.
Good night, brothers and sisters! Good night, Flabo family! I made a special request for that song for two people tonight. The toughest of them all, the honorable leader of the opposition. Come on. The other person I wanted that song played for was our ambassador, Julian Alfred. coming home. And this is not an SLP thing. This is a St. Lucian thing. And I want every one of us to come out and celebrate with our queen on her achievement. It's a glory for St. Lucia. Do not let no SLP government tell you that it's an SLP thing. That is a St. Lucian thing. And we have to be proud. Mr. DJ, play it again. The Labour Party knows that the United Workers' Party is the toughest. Brothers and sisters, from tonight until the general election is called, I want everybody to be focused on getting the SLP government out of office. Each and every one of us here have our role to play. Our roles and our styles may be different. We may not be going about it the same way. But our focus must be united in getting the United Workers' Party back into office. Because when the United Workers' Party is in office, our country goes forward. We go in drive, brothers and sisters. When the United Workers' Party is in office, everybody benefits. Not just a few at the top. Everybody benefits. One idea by Oswea. Oshai Flabo kadi yo pakatan Bradley ase. Naimane zoto question. La poupoule ka manje kayou esu katan li. Sometimes we have to work in silence, and when we do what we do and we break down the foundation, all fall down. By the time the Labour Party realize what is happening, the foundation fall down. All of us have our styles, and all of us have our way of doing things. Let's appreciate what each and every one of us brings to the table. In 2016, they said, Bradley Pakapale, Bradley Gayen. In 2021, Yodi Bradley Pakapale, Bradley Gayen. Et l'autre coup à l'élection vini, Bradley Gayen. Bon, avant de dire ça, je peux dire au soir. Many of the power pis nous Central Castries. Nous Central Castries. So many of power by rep Central Castries là. Di rep Central Castries là, c'est pas avec moi il pour enrager. Il pour enrager avec ces moun là qui pas accepter application li. Et yo pas jamais accepter application li. Puis yo savent qui ça qui bon pour yo. Avant de parler about ça, mais pour parler, anti-bail fait un semaine là. On moun dit même bail qui fait un semaine là. Et que ça a really croisé moi. En grand madame, en pas de noble dit moi, il était aussi le capé en bill. Encore grand madame vini là et qui a demandé ces moun là combien qui bill li. Puis yo coupé courant. Yo dit il peut payer pour 3 mois. ek se $70 ini pou paye. Madame la hele, madame la di, panique al de l'argent ça là. Ek sa fait me changer les Alan Chasney te ka paye électricité pour moun qui pate sa paye. Bagay vini wè le pays. Tous les mois ou ni en bill pour payer, mais l'argent pas calé am vini haussé. Et ça c'est pour ban c'est moun leba yo pas ka baisser à ce prix gaz là. Et que yo sap baisser à ce prix gaz là, puis manière gaz là à sous à les stages pays actuellement, il plie bas parce que les nous t'es un pays et que pas baisser pièces. But tonight, brothers and sisters, I want to speak to your conscience. I want you to react from not what you have been fed, not from the propaganda you hear on television, on radio, and social media, but from what you see and feel from your heart. They say the economy is doing better, but are you feeling it? Tout moun ka di me bagay wed, leba konflabo ka di, anye pa ka run. The Labour Party is spreading a lot of false stories. In many cases, they are telling you half the story. And there are so many examples we can speak about tonight, but I want to touch on just one tonight. And the reason I want to touch on that one tonight, because as a parliamentary rep for a community in the southwestern community of Choiseul Saltibus, I hear stories every day. And that is about St. Jude's Hospital. Brothers and sisters, when we came into office in 2016, the amount of money that had been spent on the old St. Jude's was $130 million. As a responsible government, when we came in, it was our duty to determine how come $140 million had been spent and there was no hospital to show for it. All of us know what was found. I will not go into details tonight because there are speakers after me. All of us know what was found. Apart from the audit report, all of you will remember the late Norbert Williams, God rest his soul. He came on his show and he showed us videos and pictures of the state of the old St. Jude's. The question for us back then in government was how much it would cost to complete the old St. Jude's. That was the question we were faced with as a government. That question, my brothers and sisters, determined the quality of the Prime Minister back then, Alan Chasney. You know why? Because as a Prime Minister, he put in effect critical thinking and future focus, and he said we need to give the people of St. Lucia a modern hospital. We were told that it would cost. We were told that we would be able to build a new hospital at the cost of what it would be to complete the old St. Jude's. Remember that, brothers and sisters. We were told that it would cost less money to build a new structure than to finish the old St. Jude's. And we, as a cabinet and as a government, decided to do what was best for the people of St. Lucia, despite the pain that it would cost us. And I say that again, despite the pain that it would cost us, we went and did the best for the people of St. Lucia. Based on what was presented to us, brothers and sisters, we realized there were many things that we could have seen physically. The plumbing, the electricity, the structural integrity, All of these things, brothers and sisters, the mold issues, we saw all of that. Now, brothers and sisters, the Labour Party has come into office and they have received a loan from the Saudi government. And brothers and sisters, I want you to remember these words. They told us that all we needed to finish St. Jude's back then was a few buckets of paint and chemical. Remember that. But here the breakdown now to complete St. Jude's. The East Wing Works, US $10.7 million. Buckets of paint and chemical. Surgical building, US $9.7 million. A bucket of paint and chemical. Medical laundry kitchen equipment along with loose furniture, US $8.5 million. Buckets of paint and chemical. External works and electrical systems, US $15.3 million. Bucket of paint and chemical. Climate proofing, US $6.3 million. Bucket of paint and chemical. Volunteers quarters, ambulance building, US $4.4 million. Bucket of paint and chemical. South Wing works, including ceiling and protective works, US $1 million. Bucket of paint and chemical. Other items such as contingencies and a 1-year maintenance for spares and supplies, US $7.9 million. Bucket of paint and chemical. Equipment, US $4.1 million. Bucket of paint and chemical. Brothers and sisters, when you add all of that, don't you think what we did for the people of St. Lucia and Vieux-Fort and the South was in the best interest of the people of St. Lucia? I have one consolation. The consolation that at least the patients and staff will be removed from the George Odlum Stadium. One consolation. And I am making a request of this government. This government, if you care about the suffering of the people, the staff, the ancillary staff, the nurses, the doctors of the St. Jude's Hospital, when they move into that new building, I need you to give them a one-time allowance, whether you call it distress allowance, stress allowance, inconvenience allowance, you need to pay them. Because if you do not do that, when we get into office, I will be asking the Honorable Prime Minister Alan Shastey, first order of business is to make that payment to the staff of St. Jude's Hospital. That is how you show appreciation to what these people have gone through. Brothers and sisters, they have come to me and they have told me my time is up. My time is up. But I want to leave you with something. Do not swallow what is fed to you. The time for just swallowing what politicians tell you is over. Think for yourself, see for yourself, feel for yourself the state of the country, and you will know when you go to that box, whenever elections are called, that you must return the United Workers' Party back into office. I want to thank the people of Choiseul Saltibus for the confidence they have placed in me, for the patience they have placed in me, and for recognizing the challenges we face. But as they say, our day will come, and it will come very soon. So hold on strong. We'll be back in office next time the election. Thank you, brothers and sisters.
Toughest, the resilience of St. Lucia. You St. Lucians will overcome what you have been put through for the last 3 years. and you will bring back the United Workers' Party, the party that can do it better. Ladies and gentlemen, I have one announcement. What question is here? Ale there stage la. Soundman, I don't know if you have an extra speaker, but they're not hearing too clearly at the back there. The crowd at the back, if we can do a little something for them, you know, that'll be appreciated. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I will bring one more of the generals to address you. After that, we'll take it up a notch with some brief entertainment. We bring in Kakal. And after that, the Flabo is going full blaze, and we're giving you 2 more generals. Are you ready for that? Now, sometimes great things come in small packages. And when you have some small package, they let you go wash, and go wet, Exaban Valley. But they let when a tea wet, Eka Diama, Sanya Shai Valley. Ek yo di tea hash, bat gobwa. Mwen ka do gosa, oswe anu ni yon se general. Ki kai fe batay who will lead us in battle in the next general election. Another man of performance, another worker, another one who can do it better. And if he has proven himself in the way that he does, you do it good once, one good try deserves another. So ladies and gentlemen, in Ancillary Canaries, it's going to be Fede again. I want to call on our deputy political leader, Senator the Honorable Dominic Fede.
Flabo, Flabo, Flabo. Who we voting for? Hey, Fede, Fede. 2021 elections, we voting. I tell you 5 years again, we want Fede again. 5 years again, we want
Crown Productions.
Flabo, 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 Flabo. Who we voting for? Hey, Fede, Fede. 2021 elections, we voting. I tell you 5 years again, we want 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 5 years again, we want.
All right, Flabo people, how you feeling tonight? You know, I told Philip, the worst thing you can do to a Flabo is to threaten a Flabo. So he went on TV and he said that he'd taken all 17 seats. But Philip, you don't listen to me. I tell you, when Flabos are asleep, leave them alone. Now look at what you caused, my brother. Look at what you caused, Philip. You wake up the Flabos, and now they are ready to march. They are ready to battle. They are ready to fight. They are ready to win and return the United Workers' Party to victory. So, before I say thank you to everyone, I have to say this to the most readied Prime Minister. Yodi Fede Ek Chasne Pasa Pale Creole. But I swear, Mrekai Demo to you, Philip. What I'm going to say tonight, I am not going to say it in English. I am going to say it in Creole. So, Philip, listen to me carefully. Leba Kwaze, you're free. Now, I have been a good, decent little boy doing my job. But if you touch me, Philip, I am going to cut you down. I am going to cut you down. So, Mama Flabo, I must begin by thanking you for showing up here today in such large numbers. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. And I want to thank the people of Ancillary Canaries for bestowing upon me again your confidence to be your next candidate. I want to promise the people of Ancillary that what happened in 2021 can never happen again. Because this time, Gerard, we coming for you. Last time, we treat you like you're a new Catholic boy. But tonight, I want to tell you that the gloves are off. You have to explain to us in this election, what role did you have to play in the bubble at Freedom Bay? You see, we never ask you those questions. You were the CEO of Freedom Bay, and you were the man responsible, where we saw that there were $45 million raised from the pensioners of the UK, Gerard. 45 million US. You were the CEO. You get there to be a cabinet minister, and no explanation given to the people about the greatest fraud that you have ever committed. The company you are working for. Explain to us what happened at Freedom Bay when Gerard. So, tonight, I want to also thank the United Workers' Party, the chairman, Terrell Prudent, and the whole executive and the National Council for also affirming my candidacy yesterday. I want to say thank you very much. Over the past 8 years, my friends, I have learned many valuable lessons that will remain with me for a lifetime. And one of them that I've learned is this, that some of the most hardworking and committed people are found in the constituency that I just represented, the Ancillary Canaries constituency. Our fishermen brave our seas each day, hoping for a good catch so that they can put food on the table and send their children to school, buy a car, build a house, and make the family prosperous and successful. Our farmers in the community often brave snake-infested lands, till the soil, and cultivate crops to make a living for their families day in, day out. Hotel workers and call center workers stand by roadsides for hours, waiting on a bus to get to work day and night to the north, to realize their families' dreams and their families' aspirations. The construction worker is up early by sunrise to get to work on various project sites, Mamai Flabo. Police officers, teachers, other civil servants are among the best in their fields from the constituency of Ancillary Canaries. Then there is the jobless, the sick, and the distressed, hoping for some relief from their individual pain. Even though, Mamai Flabo, that they do their best to try to overcome the pain and the hardship brought about by the St. Lucia Labour Party government. We must continue in the United Workers' Party to fight for them, to work for them, to make our voices heard for them, to go out and vote for them, to make sure that we replace this government so that we can help them by putting a government that cares about the people of Ancillary and Dennery and Castries Southeast and Grosley and Babino and right here in Central Castries as well. So Ancillary Canaries, we have been through a lot together. I have danced at your weddings. Have you seen me dance there a while ago? cried at your funerals, and celebrated at your graduations. Our common bond has been strengthened, and our shared destiny is even more possible. Together, we will create a stronger, brighter, and bigger and more successful ancillary canneries when we win the next election and elect Alan Michael Chasney as the next Prime Minister of St. Lucia. Between 2016 and 2021, we accomplished so much together, working as a team. But still, there was so much more to be done. We left Girard and the Labour Party a very solid foundation. But anyone who lives in ancillary canneries can tell you that they have not seen the rep ever, or they have not seen him in months, much less to discuss a project idea about the community with him. But, Mamai Flabo, this is why tonight is so important. We have to replace that absentee leadership. We have to make sure that we put serious people that care about the governance of your community, about your country, about your constituencies, about your families. We must make sure that this election counts, and we send a clear message to the Labour Party that never ever again in the history of St. Lucia will we accept a government as bad as they are. And so, Mamai Flabo, it was the United Workers' Party that built and reopened the Derando Community Center after it was closed for some 11 years. A place to give the young people of the constituency skills. And we did indeed put the community center to good use. I was most proud, Mamai Flabo, when we teamed up with Monroe College and the National Apprenticeship Program. And what we did was we make sure that we spread the training across the constituency. We trained in ancillary, we trained in canneries, we trained in millet, and we trained in jackmel. And there were a total of 200 young people that received hospitality training to compete for jobs in the cruise industry. Today, Mamai Flabo, because of the visionary leadership of your government, we have got dozens of young people all over St. Lucia working in the cruise sector and earning monies for their families to take care of themselves. That's the fundamental difference between the United Workers' Party and the Labour Party. You see, the Labour Party is satisfied with saying to you that I gave you 2 days of step and that I put you on the list to cut the grass behind the grass and put the grass behind the grass. I can't say it like him. But, Mamai Flabo, the United Workers' Party, we understand and appreciate that the STEP program can be important and it's a hand up, but the STEP program cannot be all the help that you give to your constituents rather than creating jobs that they can go to on a daily basis and put money in their pockets on a daily basis so that they can work hard and provide for their families and make sure that every single person in their family can rise up and do well. That's what the United Workers' Party is all about. And so, Mamai Flabo, I want to tell you that in Jackmel, we met the Blackstone Road in a mess, the playing field in a swamp, and the cemetery road in the worst state possible. When the ladies from Jackmel went to a funeral, they couldn't wear heels because there was so much mud. And that is after several years of bad representation by the St. Lucia Labour Party. And just as the people of Jackmel had the foresight to say that enough is enough, I am calling on you tonight, Mamai Flabo, to also say that enough is enough. We cannot take this clueless government anymore. We have to get rid of them, Mamai Flabo. And so, in true United Workers' Party style, we pave the road and give the ladies of Millet and Munda and Roseau and Jackmel and all of those areas and Vanna, we give them a road that they can dress nicely, put on their heels, and feel proud to come to a funeral. Before that, they had to come with 2 shoes. That's how bad it was on the labor. But today, I am saying to you, friends, we met the playing field as a swamp. But what we did was, we said, look, the Roseau Valley produces some of the best sportsmen in St. Lucia. And it is unfair for us to have the people of the Roseau Valley playing in a swamp, playing in a playing field where you had patches of hole. In true United Workers' Party fashion, we upgraded the playing fields, not just in Jackmel, but in Grosley, in Soufrière, in Micoud South, in Micoud North, in Babonneau, in the east and the west and the north and the south. We developed the playing fields of this country. And so when they talk about Julian Alfred, we don't politicize the heroic success. We are patriots. We are here to work for you, the people of St. Lucia, Mamai Flabo. And so I want to leave you with this. This is the worst our country has ever been. The crime is in a mess. Cost of living is the highest it has been. The healthcare situation is at an all-time low. Mamai Flabo, I want to move for a simple motion tonight, and that is called a no confidence motion in this government. Do I have anybody who's going to vote? We are passing around the sheet a vote of no confidence in Philip Joper and the St. Lucia Labour Party administration. Mamai Flabo, I thank you. Good night. I will see you on the other side.
2021 elections, we voting. I tell you 5 years again, we want Fede again. 5 years again, we want Fede again. Nuka bai wentikwa, mi se pasa kwensa. Nuka bai wentikwa, se fetikwa.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's do things properly. Let us do things properly. Fede has moved a motion, and I want 5,000 seconders. Do you support the motion? Ebe Balfini, violon a sac. Jump high, jump low, Labour must go. Now, they must go. Now, talking about that, we have a prime minister coming on the market steps, and after 3 years, he tell you, I come in. After 3 years, this is a man who has been in office for almost 30 years. He has been representing a constituency in the House of Parliament for almost 30 years. None of you here can tell me anything that he has stood for in his entire career as a politician. You take a follower and you made him a leader. And now, he's promising you, after 3 years, you're still making promise, you come in. Imbecile. You don't realize for you to come, you must first take a stand? Huh? The Prime Minister must understand, before you come, you must stand. When you can take a stand, then you can talk about coming. And you know what? Let me leave that alone. Right now, I will call on somebody to let him know that he's taking too long to come. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Kakal on the podium.
One, testing. St. Lucia. Sing it with me. You taking too long to come. You taking too long to come. Cling, my cellular ring. Call ID showing Jacqueline. She tell me, Kakal, your chance are at day 8. Check me Friday night at 8. I was so happy, so I gonna shopping. At Steve, at trimming, at shaving. I wanted to impress she, so I reach at it exactly. Outside the door. say 9 o'clock come. She's still balling. I come in. Stop coming and come. Stop coming and come. Stop coming and come. You taking too long. You was on a promise from government. To cut crime and bring employment. You taking. You taking. You taking. You taking too long to come. Growth of the economy. To hair cut get speedily. You taking. You taking. You taking. You taking too long to come. Trouble! Let me say yeah. In and out, Kakal go in. Pushy get and now pasting. A grinding with all the waiting. How could you do such a thing? A typical Luciana try to make me feel small. A Russian man, she cannot stand at all. She say you acting like you ain't know. Lucian time is left, I go slow. Just examine the whole country. No motivation, only stagnation. So hey, stop worrying, cause I come in. Stop coming and come. Stop coming. Stop coming. DJ, you know you don't have much time here. The contract tell me 10 minutes, so let's go. No. If they back talk you, all the time they back talk you, and they minding your business, put your hand in your ear so. Show it to them. Show it to them on the line. Boy. Go. Blah 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 blah. Ça fait mon yo ka parler comme ça. Blah 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 blah. Ça fait mon yo ka parler. Quitte Saint-Lucie, femme moi go boudin. Moute Amérique, let moi high point. En femme allergiste à la couche l'hôpital. Tout en nicadi moun sa pa iska ka soutan yo. Blah 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 blah. Ça fait mon yo ka parler comme ça. Blah 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 blah. Ça fait mon yo ka parler. C'est yo qui ka bay moun mépris. Ça fait yo plus senti. Mettez dernier moun à toi, quand nous crier yo, pas quoi par la pata. Let me go now. Look, let me tell you something. When artists like me can't get a show, that tells you something. If I could mash up the boulevard and I can't get a blind, that tells you something. Next track. Whoa, Papana, let's go, Papana. Go to know the verse and the chorus, sing along with me. My good buddy Jack left the constabulary, gone to UE to obtain a PhD. Papers in hand and determination. Yes, Jack returned to his motherland. For the things Jack see he could not believe. For the country he started to grieve. Dial my number and suddenly these are the questions Jack asking me. Let's go now. Jack, why every time a minister falls sick, they on plane flying to Martinique, while we are left down here for Lazarus or Creek? Why a poor man thief a bread and run because call for execution, while politicians free giving plenty millions? Jack, why you tie the hands of police? You send away the dogs that were trained to sniff. You will replace it with no experts in ballistics. Tell them, Jackass, Jackass, Jackass. The whole of St. Lucia, they want to know. Jackass, let's go now. Now listen to the second verse. I want you to be a little quiet for the second verse. Hear that now. Now Jack is afraid because he asking questions. He want to ask Delius if he could get license for a gun. The crime rate high, they cannot get solutions. Victims of crime have no witness protection. If national security a top priority, why is nobody in charge of we? Things get so dread, police and magistrate asking for protection from the state. Thank you, thank you.
My screwdriver.
Look,
My screwdriver.
Look. Thank you very much for the opportunity to sing to my people. I don't get it all the time, so I feel really good. Thank you very much for my contract. Thank you for paying me in advance. Thank you for paying me in advance. I heard some of them got paid after 3 months. In the meantime, sing that song.
My screwdriver. My
If you know that shot, dance it. Just do your hand that.
It's screwing.
Lucia is your husband at home. Oh no. Why you want me to come alone? A handyman you want me to be. Oh no. You want me to fix your TV. Oh. So I take the part and I put it back and I make sure it's clean and prop. The next thing I do is to fit the screw. Use my Phillips to screw it up. That Phillips screwing up everything. My Phillips
Screwing up everything.
My Phillips
Screwing up everything. My
Phillips
screwing up everything.
My Phillips screwdriver. My Phillips screwdriver.
Use a flathead instead.
My Phillips screwdriver. My Phillips screwdriver. Mama.
Screwing up
Make the song now. If you heard them. Infrastructure. Education ministry. If the police force. But nothing entitling. They send me to Philip to see. If I could fix the economy. So much of money them guys borrow. You suffer to pay that back tomorrow. Price of gas so high, people start to cry. So I gone to fix the gas pump. Electric meter, all the cat meter, all of that seem to malfunction. But still feel it screwing up everything. My feel it screwing up everything. My feel it screwing
Screwing up everything.
My feel it
Screwing up everything.
My Phillips screwdriver. My Phillips screwdriver. Mama. My Phillips screwdriver. My Phillips screwdriver. Mama.
Screwing up everything.
If you had a soup
now. Justice ministry now. In the health sector now.
DJ, I want to do a bonus track for the people. A bonus track for the people. Some guys they enter the dance for free. What? Let me see how the hand here go. Put your hand in the air. Whoa! Security. Some guys they enter the. Some guys they enter this place for free. To buy a drink they have no money. As soon as this session looking tight, I heard they want to come and bust a fight. We are going to give this. We want to enjoy ourselves. We come to outside this party.
Party mashuppers.
Don't come and quarrel with nobody.
Party mashuppers.
When you see them ladies wine on a man,
Party mashuppers.
security looking to raise your hand. We are going this.
Abakot yo.
Boy,
Abakot yo.
why?
Abakot yo. Bidi 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 bidi. Abakot yo.
Boy,
Abakot yo.
why?
Abakot yo. Bidi 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 bidi.
We got to enjoy ourselves.
We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to enjoy ourselves.
We come to enjoy.
Ourselves. We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to enjoy ourselves.
Oh yeah, we waiting for the boulevard party to come. Now I hear some party mashuppers. They want come take away with fun, but we are go.
Abakot yo.
Boy,
Abakot yo.
why?
Abakot yo. Bidi 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 bidi. Abakot yo.
Boy,
Abakot yo. Abakot yo. Bidi bidi
boy,
bidi bidi
let's
bidi.
get busy, man.
Abakot yo. Abakot yo. Abakot yo.
Thank you, St. Lucia.
Abakot yo.
Canada,
Abakot yo.
you see me sometimes. USA, you see me sometimes, and you could see me now. But I get more blights overseas than down here in my own country. Thank you very much.
That will come to an end, Kakal. That will come to an end. Bon, messieurs, vous savez Kakal sans police. Mais gouvernement Saint-Lucie pas de pièces ouest pour police. I remember recently I saw in the news an ex-sergeant of police who served this country for 36 years. This year, I regarded about a passport by the passport department. L'appli commence à tomber. Et monsieur, I power l'appli. He went in to shelter the rain and they kick him out. A man who didn't only serve for 36 years. I want to inform you, when St. Lucia became independent, he was the one who raised the flag for our independence. And that is how our government is treating this man. And even if they try to say they were not responsible for it, they have not said a word as the government in charge of this country to show respect for people who have done service to St. Lucia. Kakal, I enjoyed your performance here tonight. We have been telling people taking too long to come, and we're telling him we're tired of blah, 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 blah. Exibi baka tanda ki baka kute, nuka fute, abakotli. So, but now we're talking about service. I want one more calypso before we continue. Who doing this and who doing that?
Oh Lord, boy, that name again. That's tired.
Yes. The invaders, even if you are performing and pay. Sabaleba. It's a pity you didn't come live to perform. Invader to tell us who doing this and who doing that, while Pierre is doing nothing. Thank you very much. Now, Bagay Show. Bagay Show. Now I don't know about you. I getting greedy now. Now you see me? I must say I'm pleased, I'm satisfied with the turnout tonight. I want to thank a special group of people. I want to thank our people who came all the way from the diaspora to be here with us tonight. Thank you for showing interest in the future of your country. I want to thank all of you who are here tonight. But I also want to thank the laborites who are here tonight. Shazi, thank you for coming, Shazi. Thank you for coming. And earlier on, I saw Yadi by the bank taking pictures and making films. Now I was surprised to see Yadi. Because say Yadi mo tanka promote events en Bexon ek Yadi a boulevard la. Anyway, Yadi, thanks for seeing the light. That is where the action is. Now, talking about action, in this campaign, we are going to have our women, as always, rallying in full force for the United Workers' Party, because the women are the organizers and the driving force. We have the generals who will be leading the charge. And I think something is missing. Now, I am not so youth anymore. So I want people with energy to drive the process for us. And so I want to make a statement tonight to let them know we have the experience, we have the women, we have the veterans, we have everybody on board, and we have the youth. So, Mr. Chairman, I am making a demand. I am not satisfied. You have to give me 2 more generals, and in that, I want a youth. Ladies and gentlemen, are you with me? Are you with me? Now, Chairman Nabogo Pony Barton. Ladies and gentlemen, tell it to the chairman. Do you want 2 more generals? Mr. Chairman, over to you. Give the people what they want.
Thank you, Spider. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, ma chérie, ouais, Flabo comme ça. Look, people! Flabo! Now, Ousad, Deme, yo, pinche parle, about Sayo, un boulevard Sala, Australia. That's romantic. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, nous sommes un partisan. Nous sommes un partisan qui sérieux. Là, nous travaillons sur candidat. Nous travaillons sur tout candidat. Bon, là, on va regarder. Tous les bandits, là, on va regarder. Castries! Look at this! Castries! Look at this! Castries! Look at this! Castries! Thank you. Yes. Hello. Hello. William Peter Boulevard. William Peter Boulevard. We come in. Castries is Flabo. Flabo. Tikwa. Flibo. Flabo. Let me tell you, Spider Army more than me. Tikwa. Mama Kidi. Hello. Hold it there. Mr. Chairman, I have the honor of presenting to you, St. Lucia, the man who is going to check out Philip Supler. Help me welcome the one, the only Peter Castries,
Tell them you're paid. You're paid.
That's right.
Chico is here.
Good man. Cap. Castries is cap. Castries is cap. That's now. Castries is cap.
Castries is.
All right.
Castries is. This has been long and coming. Long and coming.
Castries is cap.
Let me tell you. Sorry, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, sorry.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Bon, bah, I just come and say that. Nous pas fini, hein? Nous pas fini. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? As the chairman of the United Workers' Party and the chairman of the National Council and the powers that are invested in me, I endorse Peter Chico as the next district representative for Castries East. Solidarity, a big hand, solidarity. Very good, thank you. Yes, okay, yes, Tikwa. Thank you, Chico. Tikwa. Thank you. All right, now, we know the energy has just started. Okay. All right, thank you.
Can Ross come forward?
All right, Ross, come forward. Ross, we need you. You need to start coming forward. Come forward. Ross. Come forward. Okay. All right. Tikwa. Yes. All right. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand. Boom. All right. 1 minute. Bon. Où savent en Central Castries, nous n'y un homme qui a créé coq sans aile. Là nous finissons et puis il y a un homme sans langue. As vous tell me, homme sans langue. Ladies and gentlemen, we have provided for you 5 generals. We have provided for you experience. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to balance this with youth. Are you with me? Youth. Am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, there's a young man that have caught the eyes of the people of Central Castries and the people of St. Lucia. And ladies and gentlemen, as the chairman of the United Workers' Party and as the chairman of the National Council, I endorse Ross Clark for Central Castries. One minute. Well, the endorsement is not finished until we put the cap on his head. I hereby once again endorse Ross Clark for Central Castries. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. So you see what I was talking about? When you all used to say, we need to hold hands in solidarity, and I have a few things to say and I'm gone. Where's Rush? Rush. Come on, Rush. That's right, solidarity. That's right. That's right. Now, I'll let you on to a small thing here. As your chairman, it's my duty to inform you of what is happening. So today we give you 5 and we give you 2. That's what? Come here. Now, that's just the strategy. So we presented to you 7 candidates in Central Castries. The next time you will see us in the next few weeks will be down south. You hear me? You hear me? So, we are strong in Central Castries, strong in North, and we are strong in South. Are you with me? And we'll be presenting to you some new candidates. So get ready. They are exciting. We're still looking at some of them, but a lot of them, I should say, they look exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't want, and I want you to take me serious, we don't want to saddle Alan Shastney with no one that don't want to work with Alan Shastney. Are you listening to me? So that's why it's of utmost importance that we give Alan Shastney the kind of candidates and the kind of representatives that he can work with in the next government. Because all the threat we are having tonight is good, but we have to worry about governance. So we have fed now, we have fed during the election, but when we go in, we go for serious business because this is to transform the country. And this is why I say to you, let us give a big hands of applause again to Rush Clark and also to Peter Chico. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So Peter Chico has his hat, Rush Clark has his hat, and our hat is in place. And let them know that with the General himself, Alan Chasney, leading the charge, and the 6 other generals that we have to do battles, our heart is in it. Do you have your heart in it? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you. You've made my night. Mr. Chairman, it will be remiss of us if we don't let the people hear from those 2 new generals. Now you have to understand, we came here tonight. The experienced generals who we know, who we trust, and we can rely on, we presented 5 of them to you. But we are in Castries Central, so we had to present the one for Castries Central. And you wanted to know who will make Pip go. So we had to present to you the one that will give him boop and back shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight has begun. And I want to present the first candidate who will dislodge the head of the St. Lucia Labour Party in the upcoming general elections. And I want to know that the first seat to fall is Castries East. So, ladies and gentlemen, I let loose that general tonight who is going to clutch that seat in Castries East, free the people of poor representation that they have suffered for almost 30 years, and bring quality representation to Castries East. Gone are the days when $5 could block a hole. And gone are the days when Labour thought they had Marshall and Castries East as a stronghold. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you are happy tonight. But I want you to know that what we give you is quality. And so please, make this new general feel at home. Make this new general feel welcome. Let this new general know that we are full force behind him. So, welcome to this podium by showing your arms, and welcome Peter Chico, who will be doing battle against Philip Pierre. I give you Chico.
Solution to this pollution. Oh, got to find a solution to this pollution. Yeah, got to find a solution to this pollution. Oh, got to find a solution to this pollution. The poor man I feel it. Oh, yeah. The poor man I feel it.
Mamai Flamo! That's not loud enough. Mamai Flamo! Castries East, are you in the house? Castries East again, are you in the house? Ladies and gentlemen, good night. In memory of my mother, Miss Helen Chico, who we lost on August 15, 2024, I am asking that you all join me in a moment of silence, please.
Bring up the mic a little bit and stay closer. Come closer to the lectern. Come closer, right, and stay closer.
My Flabo people, I would like to thank the Castries East constituency branch for their confidence in me and for nominating me as the representative for Castries East. I would like to thank the executive of the United Workers' Party for selecting me as a new candidate in this prestigious organization. I would also like to take this moment to thank my family, especially my wife, my friends, and the people of Castries East for the faith and confidence in me. Growing up in the Castries East constituency, I was privileged to play with the CYO football team for over 22 years. After, I continued for the next 12 years, not just as a coach in the Masha community, not just as a coach of the Masha district football team, but also as a mentor to the youth in the Castries East constituency. During that time, I witnessed the poor conditions of our people in the Masha Boulevard, Bacatel, Arundel Hill, Bishop Gaps, and the other areas of the constituency. In 2024, after being represented by Mr. Philip J. Pierre for 28 years, ladies and gentlemen, for 28 years, the conditions in these areas have worsened. In the Masha Boulevard, the housing conditions are horrible and still without proper sanitation. Areas like Bacatel, Bocage, Rockall, Pavé, Black Malay, Maynard Hill, Tourouge lack basic infrastructure. The people, they lack proper footpaths, drainage, roads, where the people of the constituency can better access their homes, particularly the elderly. Crime has taken over the constituency, where nearly every week the young men are dying from gun violence. The people in the constituency are fearful for their lives. Even in their own homes, they remain fearful for their lives. They are unable to sleep because they do not know when and when the criminals will strike next. In discussions with the constituents, they complain about the crime situation, the lack of proper housing, access, healthcare, and the huge cost of living. The people are struggling just to survive with the climbing food prices, cooking gas, utility bills, and other basic essentials like bread. With their limited resources, they have to choose between buying food and paying the bills. They cannot afford to buy the healthy foods they need, and so they have to settle for the foods that are not healthy for them and their children. This is of tremendous concern for the health and well-being of the constituents, particularly with the closure of the Masha Health Center, an institution which has been serving the constituents for many years. But it has been closed and remained closed for more than 15 years. With all the sporting facilities in the constituency and for the convenience of the elderly, single parents, and the residents of such a large constituency, the Masha Health Center must reopen. Realizing that these issues, and as a former public servant of integrity and standards, yes, I stand ready to bring back to the political arena and the Castries East constituency by joining the United Workers' Party to lead the change for improvement and upliftment of the people of Castries East and St. Lucia. And so, a call to all flambeaux in the constituency and those in the diaspora to come out and join the movement for change. Like Peter Tosh said in song, we need to find a solution for this pollution. Mamai Flabo, the time is now to start the movement for change. And so, we stand ready to stand up and take our constituency and our country from the criminals and this corrupt government to restore law and order and improve the living conditions of the people of Castries East and St. Lucia. So Mamai Flabo, we call all flambeaux and even the labor supporters who want to enjoy better living conditions and a safer St. Lucia to stand up, come out, and be part of the change to ensure a safer and more prosperous country for our citizens. I ask that you support and vote the United Workers' Party to give the labor comrades that beating they deserve. So my people of Castries East, let nous joindre avec Philippe Pierre. Nous ka fouteli. Castries Central, Rush, là où wen ek body, moi vle ou fouteli. Castries South, just mouté si c'est bon. Just Angele Martinez, Oben Angele Lisa. Il est qu'il toujours fouté tête li dehors. Là il fouté tête li dehors. Fouté li. Mama Iflabo, we must send a clear message to this corrupt government that about the increasing crime, the poor health care that we are getting from our hospitals and healthcare institutions. We demand St. Jude complete and open to serve the people of St. Lucia. Mamai Flabo, Mamai Castries East, are you ready to join the movement for change? That movement for change can only be achieved under the leadership of our honorable leader, the next Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Mr. Alan Michael Shaste. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next representative for Castries East, Mr. Peter Chico. Now I have a quick announcement to make. I want to please, now let me just show you what kind of people we have here. Somebody found a bank card and they brought it straight to the platform so that the owner can get it. Wendy card at Sydney, could you come up here for your bank card? No, we don't operate how they operate with CIP. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on because we still have 3 generals to address you. But do not forget we are in Castries Central. I want to send a message to Richard Frederick. Richard, I want you to remember in 2005, I said some words to you. I said to you, Richard, Nothing stands in the way of momentum. And if you stand in the way of momentum, you will get crushed. So, Richard, the momentum is with the United Workers' Party. Listen, and if you stand in the way of momentum, you will get crushed in a rush. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is a new sheriff in town. There is a new sheriff in town. Tell Richard, pack up and go. The loudmouth bully must get off the backs of St. Lucians and tell him we are tired of his mongrel behavior. And we are going to put an honorable young man to replace him in this constituency. So, ladies and gentlemen, the new sheriff for Castries Central, I want to present to you. No, you're not ready yet. You are not ready yet. I'm not hearing anything. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to raise arms for the new sheriff of Castries Central? Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the next representative for Castries Central, the man who will remove Richard in a rush, Mr. Rush Clark. Welcome, the brother.
Said I had a close one yesterday. Jah put an angel over me, be strong. All up for meditation. One day things must get better. Don't you go down, keep your head above the water. Stay. One day things must get better. Be strong. And I say, all up for meditation. One day things must get better. Get better.
Mamai Flabo! Mamai Flabo! Exot Pawe! Exot Pawe! Good night, my Flabo family. Good night, my people from Castries Central. And good night, my people of St. Lucia. It is with great honor and humility that I stand here before you to accept your nomination to be the candidate for Castries Central for the next general election. But my t-shirts, many put tie waist more. I can tell you that Castries Central will be coming back to the United Workers' Party. Utanza. Buy my t-shirts. Some of you out here might be thinking, who this young gentleman? Where he come from? From right here. Right here in the heart of the city. Born and raised from the community of Wilton's Yard. I am one of you. I am the son of a devoted mother that went through the hardship of walking the streets of Castries from neighborhood to neighborhood. From small businesses to the steps of government floors, selling her small meals from her vending basket just to ensure that her 3 children can go to school. She did it all on the premise of earning an honest living and an honest income.
because this was the way that she only saw it fit to do. I learned a lot from my mother. The values I obtained from her was how to be grateful and do the best that you can with the little that you have. No matter the amount of sweat or tears, she told me hard work will pay off. And I know this is the common cry for every mother in this city. Every mother will sacrifice their all to ensure that there is a better future for their children. I am the grandson of a cornerstone elder known as Masadwin, a woman of great respect, unwavering loyalty, and tough love. Small in position, but big in character. That was her words. I grew up watching her undertake political debates amongst the legends, Sir John Compton, George Mallet, and she would refuse no topic. I learned from her to stay true to myself and do not be intimidated. She was the real politician. I am the first son of a humble father that was challenged by the economy, a tire salesman who struggled to settle his bills and managed to put food on the table for his children. He quoted to me, and you need to listen to what he said, you know. He quoted to me and he stated that the greatness of a man is not by how much wealth he acquires, but the richness of his integrity. And most importantly, the ability for him to change the lives of those around him positively. These words stayed with me. I held these words for the longest in my heart. My father adversely became a caretaker, a peacekeeper. And although he showed his compassion to many persons throughout these communities, he was a victim. He lost his life to gun violence. I miss him. I need to say that I miss him. But I know he's watching on me with pride tonight. So believe me when I tell you, I know how it hurts to lose a loved one to violence and crime. Look at this young lady that lost her father on the steps of a preschool in Babuno. Think about what she's going through. Instead of the petty political squabbles from this government, we need to implement systems that can help prevent and cure the hurt that persons are feeling. Mama Iflabo, we can no longer stand and allow this clueless government to lead us in the fight against crime. We can no longer stand to allow this careless government to show no concern, no remorse to the several men and women that have lost their lives through gang violence in the city. Mama Iflabo, we can no longer stand and allow this mindless government who is unaware of the risk and the dangers that we all face to and from our homes. We have to unite as a people. We have to bring this country back under the party that knows, under the party that cares, under the party that understands the threat that you are faced with. This is why we need to re-elect Alan Shasne as the Prime Minister more now than ever before. And these great people were the ones that taught me hard work, resilience, and what it is to be humble. These are the same qualities in each community that make this great city. We are a testament to perseverance and beauty that emerges from the circumstances we are faced with. But I want to take it down a notch. With the focus on our future and centered around our people, I call out our Flabo family. I call out the Flabo family that's not here, those that are here. I call out the Labour Party that's not here. I call out the people of Castries. I call out the people of St. Lucia to look around you and let's face reality. Let's truly face reality. Do we measure up as a developing nation? Are we content with the work ethic that is done by the current representatives that don't even match up to our forefathers? Is this current government even providing adequate representation? As I stand here today, I would like to take a moment and I want to first give thanks. Give thanks to the Almighty for making this possible. I want to give thanks to the talented men and women, young men and women that moved in this movement, that supported when necessary. I want to give thanks for those with the confidence for this current party's candidates. I want to give thanks to the elders that gave us their blessings. And give thanks for those who literally shedded tears of hope for what they see that is set for our future. Mamai Flabo! Mamai Flabo! The oppression is real. Some of you right now might not be wearing the yellow out of victimization. But Mamai Flabo, I need you all to know this is your human right. You choose which political party you want to side with. For those who cannot fight, we will fight for them. This movement needs to happen. And the time is now to make this change. Once again, I want to bring it down. My vendors, I feel your pain. I know your hurt. I know your frustration, the disappointment, and the level of betrayal that you guys have received. I can assure you, better representation is on its way. And hear this. The United Workers' Party will not put a billboard in front of you. A political billboard in front of you. The United Workers' Party understands the high cost of living that all of us are suffering from. We understand the pain and the lack of action by this government. Look at the price of bread. At Ama's Bakery, well, they no longer have 60s. You can no longer get 60s. 60s are skyrocketed. But I want to share with you tonight a story that touched my heart. While walking through the community, I came across this young family in Rosehill, a single parent mother. She used to schedule amongst her children which one of them used to find themselves going to school based on how much income she had. She could not afford to send all of her children to school every day of the week. No family should be going through that. Children should not be placed under this level of rotation. Education is a liberty that should be provided to all students in this country, all children in this country, the rich or the poor. Whether you're from Rosehill, whether you're from Boapatat, whether you're from Cap Estate, Every child deserves an education. We as a city have been neglected. We have been victimized. We have been manipulated by our so-called representatives, squandering our resources. And in fact, they're not representatives at all. They were just seeking office. They made horrible decisions that left all laws, all policies, and everything that governs this country out of order. They know themselves. You connect koyo. You connect koyo. These politicians that broke the social system and divided us on every topic. These politicians that choose to fabricate the truth and have us monetizing the lies. My people of Castries Central, are we going to find ourselves standing by and allowing our vendors to be victimized? Are we going to be standing by and allowing our CDC residents to be disrespected? I look at the crowd, both near and far, and my flabo. Allow me the opportunity. I need to tell you all, honestly, the big difference between Alan Chasney and Philip J. Oh, so you know it already. He's a great leader, a visionary that values transparency, and he actually cares for the people of this country. Philip J. is clueless, man. He's clueless. He has no solutions and no vision. We need quality representation. We need this change in our country. The SLP, the Labour Party must go. They have to go. And according to a colleague of mine, hashtag Papi Show. Labour Papi Show. You all started it, so I'll finish it. Tikwa! 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 Thank you.
From the last real representative Castries Central had to the future representative Castries Central will have, Honorable Sarah Flood to the Honorable Rush Clark.
Brothers and sisters, Rosh, you were so excellent tonight. Rosh, you feel it in your belly. And I have to say that I knew Rosh Clark from the time he was very, very little. And I'm so proud of you tonight. I'm so proud to hand over the baton to you. Rosh, you have my support, you have my blessing. I will be walking the streets of Castries Central with Rush. So that once again we can restore dignity to the Castries Central in the House of Parliament. Well done, Rush. Well done, well done.
What more can I say? When the United Workers' Party talk about future focus, you see what we're talking about now. This is the future of the United Workers' Party. This is the future of this country, St. Lucia. Well, it's a fire tout ça, it's a fire à boisson. Mais Rush Clark qui fire Richard Frederick avec des fers on qui mette en bail in the next general election. I am proud to stand on a United Workers' Party's platform. And I am hopeful about what I see. You have presented to me, Mr. Chairman, a leader of vision, a leader of quality, someone who understands leadership. You have presented to me 5 generals who have proven themselves, and you also presented to me 2 new generals who show that they have substance and they have quality. Ladies and gentlemen, before I keep the fire burning, before I put more fuel to the flame of the flambeau, let me just make one announcement. Tonight you are told that the campaign has begun. I have my part to play in this campaign. As of tomorrow, look out for the newest talk show on the block. You're going to have your host, Spider Montooth, on Hot 7 TV and Sky FM from 8 o'clock Monday night and continuing every Monday night. Hot 7 TV, 117 on cable and 7 on air, and Sky, not Sky FM, but Kiss FM. It will be a simulcast 8 o'clock from tomorrow. Look out for the latest talk show, because we have to tell the truth and we have to keep the fire burning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, talking about keeping the fire burning, it looked like you're starting to get cold. I saw Rush raise the heat on you, and now you're starting to get cold. Ma vini ici à bout 10 pièces flambeau. Moi vini ici à pour me pli gasoline en flambeau. Est-ce que vous Are you ready? We're still in the Castries Basin. We're sweeping Castries in this next election. And if you think it's a joke I'm making, tonight, as a matter of fact, right now, I am going to present you a guy. How you know who we're talking about? Tonight, I am going to present you a guy who is the right guy, who is the best guy, who is your guy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podium, the Deputy Political Leader of the United Workers' Party, the next representative for Castries Southeast, Guy Joseph, who will address you.
you. Mamai Flabo. Now, I'm starting with my glasses on tonight. And after I listened to Rush, I had to tighten my belt one more. I am proud of this young man. The United Workers' Party is ready for business. We have a set of jokers in government. Now, I will say a few things that I need you to pay attention to. And I begin by saying tonight that my reputation has been damaged by the Labour Party, but my character remains intact. And I will break it down. Your reputation is what people think of you. Your character is who you are. From 2006 to 2024, 18 years, the Labour Party has been on my case. Yet, they have not been able to prove one act of corruption by Guy Joseph. They engaged Robert Lindquist for 5 years, paid him over $3 million. And it's 2 years since Philip J. Pierre re-engaged him. I have called for the release of the report that was commissioned by Kenny Anthony. But nothing to show. Now I will tell you some things tonight. You see this Indian guy? I stand accused with no evidence. But you know what? The Labour Party say, bring the evidence on CIP. Well, I am asking them, bring the evidence on Guy Joseph. I want you to know that I don't judge a man by the color of his skin, the texture of his hair. These days, you don't know what hair people have. You agree? Okay. So, I respect Alan Chasney as a man, whether he's black, white, or blue. That is a man who loves St. Lucia. And he does not love St. Lucia in word, but in deed and in action, because all the investment of his family is right here in St. Lucia. Now I want you, the people of St. Lucia, to understand. We need to tell Labour Party to go back with their racist statements about Alan Chasney. We are smarter than that. No longer do we call people country bookies. And they have called me coolie. They have said it in Parliament and they have said it on the media. But I am proud. I want to go to India or Africa or America. I am a proud Lucian. Now, there's a word that we call slander. When you do things to destroy people's name. According to James, a book in the New Testament, chapter 3 and verse 15 and 16. It says the practice of slander is demonic. Did you hear me? People who practice slander, they are possessed by demons. And every Thursday on television in St. Lucia, there is a demon-possessed man slandering people's names. Now I want to remind you, I am proud of the presentation made by Mr. Rush Clark tonight. But I want to remind you, in a simple speech, he made one small error. And there was a whole program by the representative for Central Castries on Mr. Rush. Well, I want him to have a program on Rush speech tonight. That is what I want him to do. But you see, hypocrites will always be hypocrites. Ipatetan le Philip Jepiate di free words, I apologize. Puite fa programa susa. Ipatetan le Philip Jepiate di monal for normal. Puite fa programa susa. But we talk about the youth. We talk about young people. And rather than building up the young man and encouraging him, you want to belittle him. Well, Richard se peu hape, me se pa yenu sa fe puedo. Because rush will move you in a rush. Upatetan le Philip J. Piate di St. Lucia is in Europe to at least do a little geography class for Philip J. Pierre. But today, you want to pick on a young man because you are afraid? Why you afraid? Now, for you the people of St. Lucia and supporters of the United Workers' Party, I see the chats and I pay attention to what is going on. So hodia Labour Party vle di flabo ki moun pou swezi pou kandidat. Let me tell you something. We have the most fair and transparent process for candidate selection that UWP has ever used in its history, and that's under the leadership of Alan Michael Chasney. And yes, if we had 50 seats, we had more than 50 candidates who wanted to run. But we expect everyone to put their shoulder to the wheel because it's one government we must get rid of, and that is the St. Lucia Labour Party. Now I heard Bradley, and I expect a song on chemical and paint. But let me just draw your attention to something very serious. If Guy Joseph and Alan Chasney, after Labour Party said was chemical and bleach, and then John Peters said between 5 and 20 million could finish St. Jude. And we kept on telling you it would take more than 100 million. If we had given a contract to Fresh Start for 50 million, Southek ID, Guy Ek Chasney, Cafe Bobol, Espasa Nutek ID. So Abweza, Labour Apayata Bayreno, 3 contracts. Now paying $265 million to finish the same old hospital. Now I heard Bradley's breakdown. I was there for the ambulance and the morgue. The ambulance center was completed by the Mexican government while we were in power. So why are they spending how much million, Bradley? You see what is happening? That is where the bubble is happening. Let me give you another one. 4.4 million. Utansa? To 4.4 million US to build an ambulance center. Aba ikote pupak twa ambulance. I want them to come and break it down. Stevenson King. Say ukite kapale for. Now, St. Lucia is paying a heavy price for having SLP in office. And I can say it on the platform here. I am disappointed with Fresh Start. You know why? Because they went to bail out Richard because he cannot deliver a single housing project. And I don't want you to take my words for it, you know. This is the Labour Party manifesto of 2011. And I read on page 47, the last 5 years, representing 2006 to 2011, the lowest period in our nation's history for the housing sector. And this has been the worst performing housing minister. Who said that? The Labour Party. And who was the housing minister? Richard Frederick. What has changed? Kisa changé. You see, you believe the lies of labor, and some flabbers believe it. Fresh Start was given a contract for the Grozile Highway, $15 million. You fe half shimer, ek labor du butu availa. And when labor went and measured the works, they are now paying Fresh Start $21 million for half shimer. If Alan Chasney had remained in office, Fresh Start would have had to finish the road and only be paid $15 million. I want Stevenson King to come and deny what I have said here tonight. You see, there is something going on. You go fat back so because you expect Boulevard la tek ay vide. But I want them to know that St. Lucians understand what is going on. And Alan Chasney understands that we need to fix healthcare. We need to reduce the cost of living. And we need to reduce on the crime surge that we are having in St. Lucia. Now we are focused. There are some people who talk and they have those who work. Now let me put you on notice. As supporters of the United Workers' Party, it is our job to fix the problem when you elect us. But it is your job for us to win the election. We are not asking you to fix the problems. We are asking you to win the elections. And when you win the elections, we will fix the problem. I want you to know further. There are few things that Labour is doing. And those of you who have time, when you go home, I want you to do a little research on the topic bread and circus. You heard me? And anytime you have a chance, Google it. Bread and circus. And it was developed by a Roman emperor who said, give them bread and circus and they will never revolt. That was said by an ancient poet in Rome. But it is superficial appeasement. So what do you think Labour is doing in Bexar today? What do you think they are doing there today? Simply put, for circus, it is entertainment. So that's why Labour Party is more focused on fat than on running the country. Now politicians, some politicians employ that same type of warfare that we call bread and circus. And they use it to integrate themselves with the public. Now here's the part. While people fought, they were getting things free of charge. The things were paid for with currency debasement and increased taxation. Let me tell you something. There is nothing for free. Somebody is paying for it. So you know what? When they waste money, ask the Labour Party, since they came into office, Tikakada Nutekite, Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, you had drawn down a whole $50 million from the ICCB. I want you to understand that. Between 2011 and 2016, they drew down over $205 million from the savings at the ECCB. You just be a good. When Alan was there, we put money there. We never took money out of our savings from the ECCB. A vicious cycle. As governments cannot create prosperity, all governments do is consume prosperity. And I've always told you, person give $50 pour koi, he passe $2. Now in wrapping up, because I've been told my time is up. Today is not different with the SLP. They feel that a little fat here and a little fat there will fool the people of St. Lucia. But if 3 years after an election, what I see in the boulevard is any indication of where UWP stands, Labour, we are ready, call the elections. And so, tonight, there's a lot more to say. But I want the people of Castries Southeast to know that once again, you will have quality representation. I want the young people, and I'm so happy to see so many young people here tonight. I want to give you the assurance that education will not be for a selected few, especially in Castries Southeast. All those of you who had to drop out of SAAFA because Guy Joseph lost the elections, we are coming back We are going to fix that, and we are sending all of you back to SAF. Because education is important. Most of those in the political arena, especially in the Labour Party, have less years ahead of them than they have behind them. So I am calling on all Flabos and all St. Lucians, let us vote for the future. Let us vote to give our young people a chance to prosper. Let us vote the United Workers' Party. I thank you.
I am a town proud Lucian, represent the land where you from. I am a town proud Lucian.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end. On Kaipui Castries di Feo Soya Sinu continue. I want once again to sincerely thank each and every one of you who came out tonight. Vous mettez chez moi en place. Moi, ça vous dépend, cher Philippe Pierre Kleber. We are ready. Now, you realize I'm a little calmer and cooler? That heat. Quand des chalets ça, nous passons à continuer avec ça. Ladies and gentlemen, when things get so hot, you need AC. Or better more. Les bagailles vini chaud qu'on a, nous besoin AC. You ready for AC? Let me first of all say thanks to all of you who came out tonight, Flabo soldiers, patriots of St. Lucia, people who are concerned about the future of this country and the progress of your people. You are supporting a party that is ready to do battle, a party that is future focused and people centered. And before I call on our final speaker to close the show, I want to inform you that very soon in October, we are going to have a big community night. And I want half of this crowd here to be there. The campaign has begun and we want your support in every form and fashion. So when we call on you for that community night, come out in your numbers. Like I said, before I call the last speaker, remember, on Thursdays, you have Lead the Opposition with Nancy Charles on Rev Up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Is it 9 or 9:30, Nancy? 9 o'clock. On Thursday evenings, you have Roundtable, which is mostly hosted by Laura Jean-Pierre. In the evening at about 8 o'clock, you can join her. On Sunday, you have Sunday Live. But with what I started this tonight, I suspect it will change to Sunday Fire. On Monday, starting tomorrow, you have a new show. Now, I didn't tell you the name of the show. The name of the show is Like It Is. And you know, I will tell you like it is. So join me tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Hot 7 TV 117 and on Air 7 and Kiss FM, which will be a simulcast. I will also ensure that they put it on Facebook. For those of you who are not at home, you can still follow. But every good thing must come to an end. I will go to sleep with my heart in place tonight. Just like Philippe Pierre and his men will have their heart displaced. But, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, we need the captain to close the show. I want to assure you that with all that is happening today, there is hope. With all the negativity, with the bad situation in health, with the crime problems, with all the bobble, the corruption, the lies and deceit, the party, the government of secret lies and propaganda, there is hope. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tone it down a little. I want to bring you AC. So, ladies and gentlemen, the last announcement for tonight. The next Prime Minister of St. Lucia ladies and gentlemen, Flabo Army, are you ready for battle? Let me see you raise your arms. Let me see you raise your arms. Are you ready for battle? Jump high, jump low, labor must go. And ladies and gentlemen, I will bring you now your Prime Minister, the real Prime Minister. Alan Shasley will now address you on position. The Prime Minister who
showing, gonna take some knowing. Yeah, hey, action speaks louder than words. Action speaks.
Don't be deceived by those fancy. Don't be deceived by those fancy. I think it's talkers.
Mamai Flabo! If you did not know it already, but United Workers' Party means serious business. And like what my song says, action speaks louder than words. And those people who want to test United Workers' Party, those people who believe they can continue to bluff the people of St. Lucia, let tonight be a warning to all of you. We are ready. Proverbs 14:53 say to us, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin condemns any people. So tonight we are putting the Labour Party on notice that if by the end of this year they do not take off the 2.5% levy, they will feel the people of St. Lucia. I am warning the Labour Party that if by the next time they have to adjust the fuel prices, if the fuel price does not come down below $13 they will feel the people of St. Lucia. If the Labour Party does not make available the $75 million to pay the debts at OKEU so we can get medicine, we can get water, they will feel the people of St. Lucia. If the Labour Party does not reveal to us within the next couple of weeks not only a plan, but the resources and the commitment to stop the crime in this country, they will feel the wrath of the people of St. Lucia. I'm putting the Labour Party and the Prime Minister on notice that if one more of his ministers stands in public to victimize anybody in St. Lucia, touch one, touch all. How much more does the Labour Party have to take from us before we are going to take a stand? My father used to tell me, son, many people in St. Lucia mistake kindness for weakness. We will remain kind in our heart, but we are now going to take a stand against this wicked Labour Party. Next week, I will be spearheading a court injunction against this Labour Party to prevent them from selling any more citizenships to Galaxy. And my fellow St. Lucians, this Labour Party has corrupted civil servants. They have intimidated civil servants. They have corrupted our civil society, and they have intimidated our civil society. They have corrupted our judicial system and continue to intimidate judges in this country. When you tell me that a judge said that there was political interference in his cases, and the government caused him to be transferred to Grenada. 5 cases I have. And over a year has gone by, and no judge has been assigned to my cases. So while I will file that case in the courts, and I expect the right thing to be done, but we are going to have to take a stand together that if the government does not stop selling our passports to Galaxy, that we will have to take a stand. Because of this corrupt government, this inept government, we warn them that when they put the 2.5% tax on, we warn them when they allowed the price of gas to go up,
that bus fares would go up. They are the ones who have taken that away from you. They have allowed bread to go up and penalize the poorest of the poor in this country. It is the Labour Party and Prime Minister Philip Pierre that we must hold responsible. I am hoping that the Labour Party would have gotten the message. Because when they saw you come out in numbers tonight, they must know that you are ready to take back your country. It is time to take back our country. And while I hear some people saying that they're staying quietly until the next elections, my brothers and sisters, we cannot take another 2 years of this Labour Party. I want to say to you, let us not mistake what is taking place with CIP. Blatant corruption. And can you imagine that a sitting Prime Minister of Dominica, a country that has lost its visas to England, has lost its visas to Ireland, that has become a laughing stock in the world, would find himself on Richard Frederick's show? But there's a saying, birds of a feather will flock together. A picture paints 1,000 words. But tell Scarrett, I will tell Scarrett, the same thing that Sir John Compton told Ralph Gonzalez in 2006, when Ralph came to St. Lucia and insulted Sir John. And he said to Ralph, remember, I might be the next Prime Minister of St. Lucia. When I filed the case in the courts next week for CIP, I want you to know that I've had a discussion with Mr. Martinez. And Mr. Martinez brought me into a conversation with Grenada, with Dominica, and with St. Kitts. And we all intend to file a class action suit so we can recover the money that you have lost. We can recover your money. Because if the government won't go after the money, our money, we are going to go and get our money back. My last message tonight. We have more candidates to go. And the character of Peter Chico. And we've seen him as a civil servant. And what he was willing to do, and not to be intimidated, but to do the right thing. He is a man of character, and he will bring back Castries East. Rush Clark and his mother, Mrs. Fede, I want to say how proud I am of both of you and your mother for doing such a fantastic job of raising you. So, Mama Flabo, I said to you, the Labour Party has corrupted the civil service and intimidated members of the civil service. I said to you, they have corrupted our courts and intimidated our judges. They have corrupted our civil society and intimidated our civil society. But there's one thing I want the Labour Party to know. They cannot corrupt United Workers' Party, nor can they intimidate United Workers' Party. And the message tonight is that the people have had enough, and that we are ready to stand up for the rights of our country. Our right to speak, our right to move around this country, our right to better health care, our right for education, our right to be safe in our country will not be trampled on. And we are ready. So I want to ask you all, are you ready to march against this Labour Party? Are you ready to march against the Labour Party? Are you with me? If the Labour Party does not within the next 30 days lower the price of gas in St. Lucia, are you ready to march? If the Labour Party does not have a plan to secure St. Lucia and stop the young men from killing each other in this country, are you ready to march? If they don't pay the bills at OKEU and make sure that people can get proper health care, let me say this to you. A little less than a year ago, they had a lady who went to OKU, and she was suffering and her stomach was upset. She sat on a chair for 5 days. She stayed on the chair all day and all night. And finally, when they realized that she was in serious pain, they put her in the bed just in time for the priest to give her her last rites. We know the story of the mother who brought her little baby in there and held the baby in her arms, and the baby died in her arms until anybody can help them. This is not only unfair to you, but this is unfair to the nurses and doctors and the administrators. And they are speaking for us. They are leaving OKEU. Are you ready to march to make sure this Labour Party pays the bills at OKEU? I stand here tonight proud that my National Council has re-endorsed me to run for Micoud South. But I must say to you, I want to make publicly known that the greatest support that Alan Chasney has besides my wife and my family and the Lord is Micoud South. And my Flabo family, I want to hear a round of applause for the people of Micoud South who have stood by me and the United Workers' Party. Thank you.
I feel all right tonight. I feel all right tonight. Now I know we are ready. Now I know Flabo is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our meeting. I think we have given the message and we have made a statement. I want to thank you once again for coming out. And I ask you to don't give up the fight. Keep with the struggle. Do not give up the fight. The battle has just begun and we won't stop until it's won. I want to thank the people who came from the diaspora to be with us tonight. And I was told, despite the thousands here in front of us and behind the stage, there was over 1,000 looking on live stream. That is on Facebook. And there were further numbers on YouTube and those watching on television. So ladies and gentlemen of St. Lucia, we have gotten the message, we have heard the truth, we can see the light, so we now call on you to keep the battle going. Thank you very much. Get home safely, and we will let you know when the next big meeting is going to take place in November, when we will present you some of the candidates for the South. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
I just can't live without.
Given the fact that we have a government with no plan, we can safely conclude that today in St. Lucia, the St. Lucia Labour Party government is hopeless, the St. Lucia Labour Party government is toothless, and the St. Lucia Labour Party government is obviously clueless. And the only solution that is in sight is a change of administration to bring in people who would take the situation seriously, people who recognize the value of St. Lucian lives and will take up their responsibility in ensuring that something is done to redress the current situation and give St. Lucians some reprieve.
I heard someone saying we're taking Mikud back. We're taking Mikud back. And for the SLP supporters in Mikud North, I want y'all to know the boat is sinking, and not on water but in quicksand. So while the Flabo boat is still nearby, jump on board, because the time you will jump in the quicksand with SLP.
Over the last 3 years, the St. Lucia Labour Party has presided over the governance of this country. And I know that there is so much that our current Prime Minister is oblivious to. There is so much that he does not know. Mr. Prime Minister, let me inform you, under your watch as Prime Minister, under your watch as Minister of National Security, there are over 240 St. Lucians who have lost their lives, who have been slain in this country as a result of violent crime.
Because I could not understand how in July of last year we came to this very same parliament and we debated an additional tax, a tax that everyone told the government was a bad move. The Chamber of Commerce spoke against it. The Accountants Association spoke against it. The business people spoke against it. Everyone told the government that this was not the time to implement such a tax. And we couldn't understand why the Prime Minister was not listening to what everybody was telling him. But today, we understand why. We know today. Madam President, you know what is called absolution? My Catholic friend used the Lenten season a while ago. Well, we're in the Lenten season. I will tell you. You see, this government, you only put absolution. This whole Lenten season, my recommendation is that you have to go and fast and pray this entire Lenten season for forgiveness from the public of St. Lucia. And I'm not even sure if that will help you.
Why wasn't the money used to fund OKEO? And why was it the CIP funds used for this? And if we had the levy in the first place, why did it get to a point where the Medical and Dental Association had to come out to speak on it? St. Lucia, this is unacceptable. How can we, the youth, how can we progress as a country with a healthcare system like this? We the young people and we the citizens of St. Lucia, we deserve better.